stand up here, Big Todd. Will it hold up? It will. Oh, Petrie, big grab.
Kicks towards goal. Big five, what about Petrie? That was terrific. He just seemed to just stop in mid-air where he was able to drag it down.
And the veteran pops the goal through. Game on at Blundstone Arena.
I felt like the replay didn't do that justice. It seemed like you're up so much higher. Drew Petrie, welcome.
Thanks, Jared.
Nice to have you back. Brendan Goddard, good to have you here.
Hello, gents.
Your marking, outstanding.
Yeah, it's been okay. I think Robbo last year, I think you instigated.
Well, I got you a bit upset on the show. I said, Drury, what's wrong with your marking?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it to you this year. You are having a really, really good patch of your career, mate, and it's different. It's a different kind of performance, or certainly playing position.
Yeah, it is. I think with Ben Brown playing so well, kicking a lot of goals, and Jared Wade also doing a good job. That means that you know, we challenge opposition defences a lot more, and the coach has had me run up around the ground a little bit, which has been good.
Are you allowed to do that yourself? We asked you that, I think, the night when you did it against Essendon,
Yeah, it
actually.
was. Yeah, that's right.
And you said, no, we sent it out, rah, rah, rah. Have you been able to develop your own decision time to move around the ground?
I have a little bit now. Before the game starts, the coach gives me instructions. On the weekend, Darren Crocker told me under what circumstances he wanted me to go.
Yep.
But then when I'm out on the field and things happen, I can go myself now. So I've got a bit of a rein, but there's still some instruction behind it.
How important was the Tuesday meeting once you realised that Brad Scott's not going to be there, Darren Crocker's the coach, and I take it after the review the players came together and almost made a pact to make sure that things held together? Yeah,
after every review we have 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how long it takes, with just the players, just to speak about the game and other stuff that's going on around the footy club. So that is normal. It's not a moment that we'll reflect on as the moment that changed everything for North Melbourne. But the transition's been fairly smooth. The fact we won is good, makes everything look a lot better. And assistant coaches have a lot of influence around a footy club and are involved heavily from week to week anyway. So yes, your figurehead, your main man isn't there, but it's been about, the last week has been about everybody taking a little bit more responsibility, and players are included in that.
It's amazing what motivates a group of players. The coach is down, everyone must lift, righto?
Yeah.
And then it really comes into question for the first three quarters, no doubt. That last 5 minutes just before three-quarter time was so crucial.
Yeah.
And then Crocker getting all your boys together at three-quarter time and say, take the game on. So you had the confidence, right, we're all got to step up. You kick 4 goals against the win. Yeah,
well, fortunate, in the last 5 minutes, like you said, of that third quarter, we kicked 3 goals. West Coast were up by 2 goals.
Yeah.
We kicked 3 up by a goal leading into the last quarter, and then we got the first of the last quarter as well. So from that point on, and in the last quarter, we didn't worry about the win. We actually switched the footy, run and carried, handballed, linked up, and we played as though we were playing at Etihad Stadium.
Good. Boomer Harvey, rascal or worse?
No, just a rascal, Jared, to quote the great Bob Murphy. That's all it was. We see players claim marks that have hit the ground, forwards claim goals that have been touched. We all have a bit of trickery, and that's all that was. In cricket, you know, there's plenty of batsmen. Plenty of batsmen sneak one through to the keeper and don't walk. So there's nothing in it.
What did you think, BJ?
That's the first time I saw it.
So he turned around and got the 50.
He got the
penalty.
50.
Oh, he got the.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
So he knocks it out. He flicks it out of Prentice's hand. Turns around, aghast.
Who is that Bannister?
Yes,
How
it is.
gullible is he?
But he can't.
You can't guess. He can't see.
Exactly.
He can't see that Prentice has thrown the ball away.
Well, if he
could have
saw
easily
it.
fallen out, and he's just guessed. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, 50.
Not a great decision by him.
Ray Chamberlain.
Yes.
Knocking out a young bloke.
Yeah, this is funny. It's good that it didn't result in anything more
Could have broken
severe.
his jaw, mate.
I know. It was a good hit, wasn't it?
You seen this, BJ?
I was watching the game. It was a good game. Yeah, I saw this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a great hit.
Honestly, well, I know some people talked about it. If it was the other way around, poor young bloke's probably got a $2,500 fine.
Yeah.
Should he be penalised for that, Razor?
Nah, shouldn't be penalised, but I think we should all realise now, like BJ said, that accidents do happen. Sometimes, if a player hits an umpire, sometimes it's just an accident and it shouldn't be a fine.
A lot of them are. I'd say all of them are accidents because no one intentionally goes out to hit an umpire.
Intentionally did it, Robbo. I'm sure they'll be getting
Well, you're getting fired up before, mate.
Chris Judd has called curtains on his career. What are your reflections of Judd, Brendan?
Well, I knew him, obviously went to school with him, so I saw Juddy as a forward, as my recollection of it when I first met him as a forward. He actually played midfield the first ever game I played with him at school, kicked 3 from the midfield, and then went forward and kicked 9 in the second half. And I was a recipient of them trying to play 3 blokes on him, and I was just floating through the midfield by myself. So I had a good year that year because I didn't have an opponent on me all year. So I only knew Juddy as a forward, but then burst on the scene. He was a ready-made footballer when he burst on the scene. That's why he could have not the talent. He obviously had the talent, but he was already grown up. He was already a man when he burst on the scene.
It's rare, isn't it, both of you, to have an 18-year-old come out of the tack and just hit the AFL senior football and say, right, I'm not even just ready for this. I'm actually going to contribute strongly.
Yeah, every couple of years you might have one come to the club and can play straight away and might play every single game. We had Luke McDonald do that last year for us, but to have an impact, to be one of your best players in their first year at the club is outstanding. And he was one of the hardest blokes to tackle, I found. He's just evasiveness in... I saw some of the package you had earlier, and just out of a pack, out of a stoppage, that acceleration, change of direction was brilliant.
You're right in saying that. I was listening before about the stoppage, why Sydney created those wing covers, because it was because of Juddy, but his teammates, so Cousins, Kerr, Judd, who else was in there, Embley, and because of the dominance of the ruck, they created that net, that safety net, just for Judd, Kerr and Cousins.
So don't run through the middle of the ground.
You've brought silverware in, Drew. This is when North Melbourne and Sydney play on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's right. Playing for the Heart Kids Cup this week. Glenn Archer, his daughter Madison, who's grown up and is a healthy girl now. She had an enlarged heart when she was younger and almost had a heart attack. This is about 10 years ago. And unfortunately, Jared McVeigh, his wife, lost her daughter, Luella, back years ago. So, raising funds for children's heart problems, heart disease in young kids. So Sydney and us, so we hold at the moment after a round 4 win last year up at the SCG.
Good luck for Saturday night.
Thank
you. Thanks for that.